So, if I look disheveled, it's because I kind of am. I, uh, I, in my head, felt like I spent way too many consecutive days um, going either on my own, and then after that, just like social outing next day, social outing next day, intensity, intense social outings. And before, on my way to my last one, I did cry a little bit. Just from being overwhelmed and exhausted, and just hoping that uh, my filters stay up, my social gathering filters. Because usually, if I'm overwhelmed and exhausted, that's the first thing to go, is the filters. And and I just heard all kinds of self-talk, like, what are you afraid of? Why are you anxious? Why are you, even if you did just start talking, like, what's the worst thing that could happen? And I don't know. That doesn't always, I just had to tell myself and lie to myself a little bit, and say, no, Jamie, you can do this. You can do this. And I was a little, I think I was a little wired at my last one, just pushing till the see the end in sight, just pushing through, but I felt good, and relatively, and I didn't have a migraine the next day, but I still felt that go 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 energy, like a lot of adrenaline. And I've been doing this lately. Like, usually I'll get a migraine the very next day, but lately it's like it'll wait a day. It'll wait a day and a half after, and like the day after, I'm kind of productive, semi-productive, and but I'm still I can tell I'm really racy, in my head. But I'm can do stuff in my 3D life. Anyway, but then that next day, so it's like 2 days later. It's a 2 day later now. I just feel it. I'm just like, oh wow, I am run down. I am run down, and I am worthless. And the time just escapes me, and it's the evening now. It's like 7 or something, I don't know, and I can feel the headache trying to set in, and I'm trying to catch it, because I know what happens is, it's just that, it's like I skip the migraine thinking, oh, I beat it, I've done it, I've made these things without the migraine, but what happens instead of getting a migraine is I just ruminate, about everything, all for days, and that ends up leading to me clenching my jaw, and that leads to like tension, and then it leads to the migraine. So, but we'll see. We'll see if I can head it off. I don't know what the use of this video is. This is just letting you in on the things that I have to be conscious about when I consider this aspect of my life, this public aspect of my life. Now, oh my god, I'm having an epiphany right now. If you made it this far in the video, I'm way around. This is usually when people start to leave, but I have just now had an epiphany. Okay, so you remember how in your 20s, you just start drinking alcohol. If you've never drank alcohol, this is how it goes. Usually you feel like a bottomless pit at first. You're just like, oh, I got drunk, and you wake up next morning and you feel fine. And I remember the people I was hanging out with at the time were just like, oh my gosh, Jamie, you're so small. How are you doing this? And I was like, I don't know, but I feel great. I don't. And but as soon as you have your first major hangover from drinking too much, you've discovered your limit, that you become sensitive. At least this is my experience, and it probably varies in degree with each person. You become more sensitive to alcohol after that, and you're not a bottomless pit anymore. And now it's just you're on a road to just trying to minimize the repercussions of drinking the next morning. And then when it got to that, I stopped drinking soon after that. I was just like, no, I don't want to do something. I don't want to where I'm going to be in pain the next day. And that is what has happened to me. That is what has happened to me socially. Is that it's not like socializing didn't wear me out before. Uh, but I was in my pre-burnout, my hangover from going too far, too long, too hard, too much, and it finally hit my boundary. See my hand shadow right there. Woo! And now my body's sensitive to it. And it's like I have to slowly build up tolerance. If I want to build up tolerance, I still have to be mindful while I'm doing that these things, my body doesn't react to this the same way. And it's different, obviously. Alcohol is a completely physical process. And this is stemming from an internal process showing up into the physical instead of the physical and going into the internal like an alcohol. But anyway, that's kind of what it's like, because I didn't used to always be like this. It's not like I had to literally watch my biofeedback, how my body's responding to doing all of this stuff that causes stress in my life. But it has become that way now. So I feel like I am recovering from burnout. It's like, yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm recovering from burnout. I think it started in I was going down in 2016, and then I hit 2017, and then it was just, it was just down from there, downhill from there. But I feel like in 2020 I started to get better and rise, and I feel like I'm now still recovering. Hopefully, like I feel like kind of like the illusion that I said earlier. It's like I feel like I can see the end, and not like I'm going to be a perfect person. And I have read and heard in lectures that's not. There's always outliers, but a lot of the times, adults who go through burnout like this, and find that they experience regression in, or like going backwards when it comes to certain life skills or tolerances or abilities or whatever. Sometimes they don't fully get those abilities back in full. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And when I first heard this, I just started crying. Because before pre-burnout, man, I still had a veil of some sort. I really did. That I managed to keep my veils of innocence a lot longer than other people in certain ways, and I don't regret it at all. But I just was some kind of superhuman, and I will, whether it was because I didn't have like a strong connection looking inward to inside myself, to whether I wasn't as self-aware of my internalness as I am now, or whether just being aware of yourself internally is just what happens when you break down internally. Then you suddenly, your focus goes inward and you become more aware of that. So I don't know the chicken before the egg, you tell me. But man, I was just I felt like I had just figured out the 3D earth, and I had so much endurance and so much gumption, and I just felt like I could do anything. And it's not like I don't feel like I could do that now, but my hair is ridiculous. But it's just different. It's like I didn't see myself as a factor. All I saw were the steps of how to get there, and I just, okay, well, let's just go do the steps. And looking back, like either life blessed me with all kinds of scenarios where I could recharge, or whether I just subconsciously sought out scenarios that I knew that I preferred, where I could recharge. But it's just like I wasn't conscious of it, It's just, but for some reason, in all of my circumstances, all these different crazy places I've been in my life, alone, with all these different people and different situations and trying different things. And and for those who just jumped in, I'm in my late 30s now, but I always I subconsciously sought out being alone, to recoup, recharge. I knew that I was done after a certain point. I knew that I couldn't, my face would just shut off. That's how I would describe it. Like, my face is tired. Like, and I just couldn't make facial expressions anymore. I knew I was done, just done. And just that now it just all seems to make so much more sense. And now I'm chasing rabbits. But anyway, I didn't used to have this reaction, this biofeedback reaction of my body to like stressful events in life or socializing specifically. It really comes with socializing with other people in person. Is a huge, I'm sure it's more than that, you know, and that there are a lot of other things that are connected to it, but that is the outward, you know, trigger, whatever. That's the ice cap that I can see, you know, outside the water. Is just and yeah, it just depends on where I'm at, where I'm springboarding off of before the socialization happens, and and then whether I get any rest in between, like if it's a long, like it's a busy week of seeing lots of people, and whether or not I can recoup, and it's just like I just do better when I isolate, or when I can have space, I feel a lot like Sheldon, Amy and Sheldon, the Amy Sheldon dynamic. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, where it's like, to him at first, you know, like when he was talking to Amy and she wasn't his girlfriend, you know, to him, like, seeing each other or Skyping once a week, like, was like so social. You know, and, you know, he just felt crowded, like she was asking more or something, and he just had to take it slow. And, you know, by the time they got married, he was, like, trying to, like, overly please her sexually. It was so cute, hilarious. But, so it's not like I feel like I can't improve. I just need to go at my own pace. And I feel like my natural circadian rhythm has longer days and longer nights. And I know you might be able to try to, like, interpret that as we all wish we had more time, you know, but honestly, I just feel like I had that days are longer and nights are longer. It's what my body feels like. And nights are awesome, you know. And I was thinking about what I've said before about how on this channel about on my last vlog, I was talking about how I recognize that I just feel calmer once the sun goes down. My favorite time of night is, or day, or whatever, is of the cycle, is dusk. And then after that, it's dawn, and then night, and then day. Or maybe you can go evening, and then afternoon. Just go, I don't know, but it's just like with seasons too. My favorite is fall. My second favorite is winter, and then spring, and then summer's last. And it's just like I've said in my other vlog that, like, every July I go crazy. It's just like insane, and I feel insane, and it's so sun heavy, you know, just that. And my summers, man, just go by like that, and they're just, I can see why when I was growing up, I literally in the summer, when I was in high school and junior high and elementary, what I did in the summer was hide inside and read books. And the only time I went out was to go to the library. And that's what I need to do again. You know, when it comes summertime, I need to treat that as my hibernation time, because it's just like, this is what I need to find my balance during this time, is just like to escape and to stay away from all kinds of crazy, I don't know what it is, you know. So this is where I'm at right now. What was I even talking about? Burnout, and how I'm starting to get a migraine, but it's like 2 days after. But I'm still gonna head it off, I hope, even though I've had a pretty worthless day today as far as productivity goes. But I try to be really gentle with myself and just use it to help get my mind in a good place, and understand that what I need to be a functional human is totally fine and totally valid, and it doesn't have to look like what anyone else needs to be functional. You know, as long as I am getting to a healthier place, and um, that's all that matters. You know, is my experience of my life, and I didn't know that this was going to be such a long video. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am going to go get a beverage. All right, bye.